welcome to Business Today TV. I'm Sakshi Batra and you're watching Cryptonomics, a show that covers all things crypto. And in this edition today, we're going to be discussing why CoinDCX has really published the full proof of reserve with statutory auditor's certificate as well. And with me on the show to have this discussion, joining in is Mr. Paras Malhotra. He's the Senior Vice President, Exchange Operations at CoinDCX.
The recent, events in global crypto scene, especially with FTX, Voyager, and the contagion that followed on from these events has led to a lot of erosion of trust among users of this asset class. And, we as CoinDCX and a centralized exchange owe it to our users as well as the ecosystem to make it much more transparent and, trustworthy.
Help me understand it a little bit more. What are the contents of this proof of reserves and what do they really indicate?
Proof of reserves and liabilities, are part of proof of solvency. So which means that, proof of reserves contains whereabouts of, all the VDAs and the quantums of all the VDAs across chains, exchanges, and token in real time. This means that users can get visibility and verifiability to where the custody is and, how it is being utilized or kept by, us as, their custodian.
What is the reserve to liability ratio and what does that indicate?
So, if you see, generally, like it's old school banking, reserves are the actual VDA quantum, that is with us, and liability is the total quantum that we owe to the users because they have purchased that quantum. And reserve to liability ratio, basically, if it is more than 1, then we have as many reserves, as we owe to the users. So even if you see our audit report, for example, you will see that we have nearly 157 million reserves in USDT and liabilities of nearly 155 million. So the reserves to liabilities more than 1. Hence from an old school banking perspective, we are positive for confirming our users' liability.
Is this publishing of both the POR and the POL audit report just a one-time thing, or is it going to be like a regular quarter-on-quarter report that one must look for?
So not at all. It's a frequent and recurring process that we foresee. I think trust is never built in one time. It's consistency that provides trust to our users. And we'll keep on providing it by releasing reports quarterly to start with. Our reserves are real time from CoinGubber, but liabilities also keep on changing real time, but difficult to publish real time on chain or otherwise, or an audit being done real time as well is difficult. Hence, we will need a cadence, and we have decided to start quarterly going forward. I think these set of practices, when we keep on following, create, table stakes for other players as well. And that becomes, start of self-governance for the whole ecosystem rather than just one stakeholder or company. And that is what we are going towards, with very, very hard KYCs, with, regular, INR surveillance, with very regular trade surveillance, by making sure that there is no manipulation in the system on trade side, order book side. All of these are unwritten rules till now, and slowly and gradually they are becoming public. And once these rules become a set of constitution in itself, to govern ourselves, then we'll say at some point in time that we are really self-governed.
Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions. In case you have any queries, write to support@coindcx.com.